Greetings once again, members of Fairy Tale. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more of Fairy Tale The 100 Years Quest, where previously the team has gone up against the water dragon god, who is under the influence of the White Wizard, causing him to go on a rampage and destroy the very town he once thought to protect. But as the team is overwhelmed, an odd person should come to their rescue. The fire dragon god Ignia, and much to Natsu's surprise, the biological son of Ignia. But Ignia has not come here to help. No, he simply wants Natsu to grow stronger as he unleashes his flames across the city that Mercphobia does try to extinguish, but mostly just for him. Ignia has given Natsu these flames as a gift to help Natsu's power grow, so that they may one day face each other in combat. Ignia wants to face off against the legendary being who took down Acnologia, the very reason why the original dragon god fled to this continent to begin with. But now they've far surpassed him. And, well, let's face it, much like Acnologia before them, they are not a one dragon slayer kind of affair. And so begrudgingly, Natsu consumes Ignia's flames, and, of course, with a little help from his friends, is able to seemingly fell the beast. But Natsu's power rampages out of control, and his unshakable urge to destroy starts to overwhelm him. Lucy manages to stop him through an embrace, only to find herself burning at the very touch of Natsu's skin. But she doesn't let go, trying her best to calm Natsu down, whose own hands are burned by the power he was unleashing. They manage to save the day, but at what cost? Join me as I find out, won't you? All's well that ends well, which is the conclusion of every fairy tale story. You know, even half destroyed, it still looks like a beautiful town. And business as usual. And no one died, miraculously. It's not often you get Natsu lamenting a situation, and given his personality, it's not surprising. Listen, Happy, I don't really remember a lot about what I did after I ate his flame. You were something else. Did I say something weird? You said some weird stuff, but you also said your normal stuff, right? Okay, it's not okay. Ouch. You got to stay strong, or you're gonna act weird like that every time you eat flames. Because of you, I got a serious burn. A burn on a maid's chest. Can you believe it? Oh! It looked totally fine to me. In more ways than one. Wendy was able to heal me. That's good to hear. At least he was the one who stopped you, Natsu. Yeah. At the cost of her boobies. I was just... Oh, I love the violin rendition of the theme song. I'm glad they kept a lot of the same background soundtrack from the original fairy tale, because I have my hang-ups about the original fairy tale anime and its animation and the way that they did a lot of things, but one thing they had on point: music. Oh, the music that original fairy tale had. Oh man, baby. Sorry. It's alright. No, it's not alright. I know. I've been needing to pee. Happy and I can disinfect where you got burned. No, absolutely not. Right? Like, look, save that for the, dojins. Oh, the sea breeze feels nice, huh? The shippers coming in like, yes, now kiss. I'm sure the town is going to be okay, because we're not sticking around to help rebuild. So you were all originally human. It's not your fault that your memories are hazy. The spell the water dragon god put on you made you look like fish. Why would the holy water dragon god do such a thing? I keep saying holy water dragon god instead of holy water dragon. I don't know why I'm compelled to do that. He's supposed to be the town's guardian god. Yes, he can no longer control his power, which raised the water level here. He turned you all into fish so that you could live underwater. So he did do it for us. He truly is the guardian protector of this town. It's wild that after all of that, they still worship him. And thankfully, he's become a person worthy of their worship instead of still trying to consume them. I'm so grateful. No way. No way! I love that one guy. But he's the one who caused the... Yeah. never mind. You people slew our guardian god. Oh, I guess you had no choice. Going on a rampage like that. That was the wrath of the water dragon god. That's not true. The holy water dragon is a benevolent god. That was not his wrath. You're from his temple, Karamia. That was grief. The complete opposite of what he had in his heart. Because he truly loves you all. It was the sorrow of being controlled by a power beyond him. My goodness. Yeah, typical fairy tale cop-out, but I don't know. I actually don't mind him living. Like, sometimes it's just like, no, this person should have died, all things considered, but I don't know. I do feel like I would not have been that cool with him having died after all of that. I'm terribly sorry. Holy water dragon. No way. No way! He should be resting. No, I'm fine. He survived that much of a beating. What is he, a monster? And also the explanation that is like, yeah, nah, we weren't powerful enough to actually kill him. like even at a weaker level of power, and even after being beaten down with that much excessive force, he didn't die. Like, it's easy to see that as a cop-out, but that's also emphasizing that he's a lot more powerful than you think he is. I'm glad he's alive, though. Well, let me be as good as dead. I have no magical energy left. It seems I have turned into a normal human. Oh no, holy water dragon. How could this be? But perhaps this was for the best. From here on, I'll live out the rest of my life as Mercphobia, not as the water dragon god, with the people of this town. See, and that's why I'm also okay with it, because it's the idea of there was still a consequence for all of this. He no longer has that power, but he didn't really want the power anymore. Before, gaining that much power was in order to be able to outdo Acnologia, but at this point it's like, well, I no longer have a reason to want any of that. I'm perfectly content living out my days amongst the people. I'm no longer a threat to them. This works out for me, and I thought that was a nice little ending to that. Can you imagine if he had died? Don't say that. That settles everything, I guess. Again, we're not helping to rebuild your town. We outie. Wizard Guild, Magia Dragon. And, funny enough, it still counts as him being sealed. And, seeing this animated and in color, I can actually tell when the icons have gone dormant. I'm actually mad because one of those sigils should be green, I feel. After 100 years, one of the 5 dragon gods no one had ever been able to touch has fallen. Maybe those wizards might be able to complete the 100 years quest. It also shows that there's more than one way to defeat them. Now, don't get it wrong. Some of these guys gotta die. Like, don't get it twisted. Mercphobia was the exception in a lot of these situations. A few of these other ones, yeah, it's bye-bye. I'm not gonna say who, but Wizard Guild Diablos. Oh god. Why are you guys wearing skull masks? It's ominous, it's intimidating, and it's on brand for the Scullion Raider. But knowing what I know about the future, why are you guys wearing skull masks? Y'all looking like a cult. Fairy tale. Never heard of them. They're from Ishgal. They're rather strong, Cha. I disagree. I could have handled them on my own, but these guys interfered. Just drinking the juice from the steak. It tastes best when squeezed. Buddy, that's called juicing. People actually do that. You can just get yourself a blender. And I get it, you got arms like pythons, but you don't gotta just squeeze it. It's dripping all over the place. Who do you think has to clean that up? But it's hard to forget the taste of a dragon. Let me eat the flesh of a dragon god. Diablo's Guildmaster, George. His name is George. Sorry. George Ryzen. Oh, George. His freaking name is George. Hey, George, you got those reports, George? just name it up, George. A face like that, the look, the scars, the crazy eyes, the hair, and then just to be named George. Just, oh man, George. I'm sorry, I have a friend named George, and, well, he's gotten very buff in recent years. I remember him back when I first met him, and he was very short. I mean, he's still short, but at least he's not jacked. George. God. Oh yeah, fairy tale. What's going on with that? Oh, and it's empty. The hell? You came all this way to visit in this? What's going on? No one's here. Are they out on a picnic maybe? Fro thinks so too. Not a single soul here. Not even Mary Jane. I smell something. My bad. Really? Natsu. Oh then. The rest of the fairies must be dyed white as well. Wait for me, Natsu and friends. I've been trying not to say this joke, but he believes in white supremacy. That's how you know she's a real villain. You know, now that he no longer has his power, how do they get to and from the temple now? Ignia came. He came here? Yeah, it was during your rampage, buddy. I see. I thought the fire in town was your magic. Don't assume everything's my fault. I mean, half of it was. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to believe that Ignia was here, yet everyone's safe. Right? That fire dragon. Who is he? One of the fire dragon gods. Fire dragon god Ignia. Long ago, there was a fire dragon called king called Ignia. His flesh and blood. That's Ignia. What? Does that mean he's Ignia's child? I see, that's why he knew Natsu. One explanation later. Natsu, are you the child raised by Ignia? Makes sense. So Ignia just came to check you out. If Ignia's son is causing trouble in this land, I'll have to teach him a lesson. Sibling rivalry! Natsu getting rivals wherever he goes. His rival at the guild, Gray. His rival in dragon slaying, Gajeel. His rival in terms of being an S-class, technically Urza, but he does tend to go for Laxus as well. And let's face it, Natsu would throw hands with a child if he felt like he needed to, and I'm pretty sure he has. I'm sorry to say this, but you won't stand a chance against him. Not just Ignia, the other dragon gods will also be way beyond your abilities. Even so, we'll do it because we said we would. That's who we are as Fairy Tail. Yeah. Word is bond. Will you tell us about the rest of the 5 dragon gods? That's why we came here. I haven't been in touch with them for so long. I don't even know where they are now. But I owe you one, so I'll tell you what I know. Are we gonna preview them? I just told you about Ignia. He's a fire dragon god, and he loves to fight. Something about being a fire user means fight on sight. He's devastated countless nations. It's almost a miracle that Ermina has survived for as long as it has. Yeah. Next is Alderaan. Aw, you're hiding. Okay, fine, I get it. I thought they were gonna show like silhouettes or something. Next is Alderaan, the wood dragon god. Wood dragons are the largest type of dragons in the world. It's said that he can use the power of nature and read human minds. Oh, I didn't remember the human minds thing. Huh. Selene, the moon dragon god. A master dragon who uses the power of the stars. Selene! I can't wait to see Selene animated. Oh, baby. Vernus, the metal dragon god. I don't know anything about this one, and there's a reason for that. Vernus. Sigh. Not saying it's a bad story. I'll just say that there's a lot to that one. He's complicated. We never even met, even though you're both dragon gods. It's not as if we chose to call ourselves the 5 dragon gods. People spoke of all the bad deeds we did, and eventually they started calling us gods. Yep. How do bad deeds lead to being called gods? Why not 5 evil dragons? That's rather strange. Because people tend to equate bad things happening as a show from the gods. And you look throughout history, that's how it's always been. God's wrath, God's judgment. When faced with immense power, humans sometimes honor it as a god out of fear and awe. Yeah, see? Didn't know the explanation was right there, regardless of whether it's good or not. This is very true. We never assembled in one place before. As such, we don't know much about each other. Still, that was helpful. You have our thanks. I said I don't know where the other 4 were, but I have a lead on where one might be. You do? But like I said earlier, he's not someone you can beat. Will you still go? They're Fairy Tail. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Fish on the road again. And right in the position they were when we were first introduced to them. And there they go. Yes, Holy Water Dragon. I'm sorry for what I've done. I was a fool to ask. Gotta get that ass right in the shot right there, man. I was a fool to ask help from the white mage. You don't really know much about the outside world, so I can understand it. All's well that ends well, right? The water dragon god is dead. The catastrophe shrouded the town is now gone. Restoring the town. Living together with the people here. God, these two. And spending the rest of my life as a human. I couldn't ask for anything more. Holy water dragon. Aww. call me Merphobia. No, never. It's too long. Then call me Mur-sama, you mean? That has a nice ring to it. Lord Mur. It's a frankincense and myrrh. Oh, hey, this outfit. I completely forgot about her time skip look since she was going around in her original outfit. And I say original outfit knowing that in the original anime, she had it zipped up properly up to her neck. But then here she has it like, whoop, because you got to get that cleavage in. Our next destination is the central area of Giltina. I'm getting fired up. Hey, we're not walking there, are we? How else are you gonna get there? What choice do we have? They don't have trains on this continent, huh? I thought they had trains here. Oh, the map we got yesterday didn't have train track. That's Wendy. You erased them, didn't you? Yes, I don't want to ride on. I didn't do anything. I'm back here. Shenanigans. I really didn't do anything. How did she erase them? You rubbed the map really hard until the paper wore out. There's a train nearby that goes to the central part of the territory. Well, let's head there first. The town of Tekka. Love some shenanigans. Via Tekka to the big city in the central area. That's where Duuz-Diz-Din, the biggest city in Giltina, is. I wonder, is it a lovely city like Crocus and Ishgal? Once again, titties. You might find information on the location of the dragon god, Alderon, the wood dragon. Alderon's supposed to be the largest dragon in the world, but being a wood dragon, maybe they're weak against fire? With Natsu's fire, it might be easy as pie. Maybe. It's not. Yeah, that power. What you thinking about, Lucy? Natsu? You called? This is my room. Not really. This is a girl's tent. Don't waltz in here. Shoot. Oh, Eris is already asleep already? I'll have to turn in myself, so get out. I got yelled at pretty good today. This is payback. Give me a marker. I'm really tired. Oh boy. Oof. Good morning, everyone. What's wrong with your face? Oh my god. Oh, Natsu, you bastard. She got the hammer. Get back here. Natsu will be alright. That's what I decide to believe. It's hard to believe anything else. Why, me too. I shouldn't have nodded off. Yeah. Natsu, wait, come back here. And Lucy and Wendy catch strays. And here we are, on our way to the great city of Drasil. To get on the train, we're first headed to the city of Tekka. I don't want to ride the train. Why don't we run, huh? That'll double as training. Give me a break. Look at my luggage. I can't run with this. What exactly is in there? Get over it. It's only in 8 hours. 8 hours, God. 8 whole hours. I mean, you still have 3 hours until the train depart. We got time to kill. I'm feeling peckish. Let's find a restaurant. Oh, it's just me, or does it feel like people are staring at us? You're right. Maybe food from Ishgal are rare here. Excuse me. You're Elkis, right? Can I have your autograph? Me too. Elkis. What? I'm not Elkis. You're mistaken. Elkis. So cool. Elkis. Stop it. Back off. Elkis? What's that about? Does Ursa's twin live here? Well, about that. See, people always comment on the fact that Mashima has a tendency to draw duplicates of characters. I mean, between Adolis, something else we find out later, this, and something else we found out, this happens a lot. And Mashima loves to play with it. So her name is Urza. There's another Urza? What's going on? Shush. Please follow me. Leave Urza to her fate. Yeah, this place. I always forget the details, but Fairy Nail. The weird thing that there are doppelgangers in other continents too. But all things considered, I like the conclusion. Because when we were introduced to Merphobia, he was introduced as a pretty good guy. And to have him killed off in the end would have, I don't know, that would have been a little bit much for a situation like this. There would be hesitation whenever they tried to make a decisive move against one of the dragon gods. Not to mention, we offed Acnologia, so it's not like nobody ever dies when they go up against someone. Shoot, in the anime, they kept certain people that Urza had killed off alive, so there's also that. But I'm interested to see a lot of these characters animated. It's gonna be a fun ride, and I can't wait.